Hi everybody, if you notice my voice sounds amazing, it's because Austin got me a blue snowball microphone for my birthday and I am super excited. And it's orange. It's in my favorite color, so yay. This is the second installment to my mini-series I'm doing for my portfolio class. The first one is actually going to be the fairy picture I did. The one that was originally going to go to Shauna, but I ended up keeping. That is the first one for my series. And the deal with this series is that I have to keep in the theme of that first picture. So let's say in that picture there were blue mushrooms. So in this one, I also have blue mushrooms, plus my Twisty Tree, which is going to be a constant throughout the whole series. But the fairy had butterfly wings. So instead of putting another fairy with butterfly wings, I just put a butterfly. So like, there's certain things I could change throughout the series, like eventually there could be no butterfly, or eventually there could be no mushrooms, you know, which, spoiler alert, might be in the third one, but for every two I'm going to do, for these, I'm only going to speed paint one of them. So every week I pretty much have to have two of these done, so you'll see one of the two. And then maybe I'll do a video for my mini, after this semester's over, going through my mini series so that you guys can see all of them. But for now, the third one will be a mystery. So yeah, that hex chart really came in handy for this picture. For that tree trunk I am coloring in right now, which, well, it's supposed to be a tree trunk anyway. I actually used three colors that are nowhere near each other. Like, I know I'm freaking out over this in every single speed paint, but that is so different for me. I'm not used to it. Like, that's a brown I'm using, and I end up going in later with a darker brown for shading, and like toward the end of the video. And the two greens are like nowhere near each other. Like, I think it's YG67 and G28 I used. Never thought in a million years those two would go together, so a little different for me. Also, this is the first speed paint that is in my new setup. Yay! This is with my new desk. Depending on how these videos go up, there might be some continuity errors just because there's a fan art I want to do and I don't want to put it up like forever after the movie comes out. So spoiler, Kung Fu Panda 3, so that video might actually be up before this one goes up. I mean, the good part about recording ahead of time is that I can upload them really whenever I really want to upload them, but problem is continuity errors. Like, I guess because of my mat stayed constant throughout the videos, it doesn't really matter because that's all you really see. But like, I need to do a room tour video, so the angles change and stuff because of my new setup. So I don't know, I'm still debating on when to upload stuff. And I'm actually recording this on a Sunday, so tomorrow there will be a video. It'll be Farrah's pictures video, which I know for sure it's going up tomorrow because I don't even have the Kung Fu Panda one recorded or even drawn yet. So that might be the video for the 22nd of, well, this is February, so like, this is probably gonna go up like who knows when, probably May or something. Honestly, part of me kind of wants to go to weekly videos just because I'm gonna have so much content, but at the same time that makes my pre-recorded videos stretching all the way to May probably only go to the end of March. So that's a little scary. It's cutting it a little close for me. And work is hopefully gonna pick up again. Like, I'm gonna pick up more hours, so like, I don't want to push for something that I'm not gonna be able to keep up with. So yeah, I'm still sort of torn. Oh, and here I am doing all the glowy stuff again down by the little mushrooms and on the blades in the back. I was listening to some test recordings with this mic, and oh my gosh, you guys can actually hear how I actually sound. Hello, I am Blue Eyes Nico. What's up? I still have like the first recording from when Austin and I tried this mic out, and it's like hilarious. I was like dying because I totally didn't expect for it to just automatically play when I opened up the voice recorder thing. And oh my god, I was like dying. It was so funny. I guess I could talk about the picture. This is whenever I was talking to my professor that I've had for painting class, and I had him for 2D, and now I have him for the AFA portfolio class. This is the very first time he's teaching this. It's a one-on-one class. Like, I'm the very first one and only one taking this class because I go to a community college, so it's not really like a demanded class, but it's available, and I'm not going for AFA so anymore because I would be there for like 2 more years. I'd rather not. So yeah, anyway, he was talking about, you know, try some different emotions with trees, and this is supposed to be boredom. Don't ask why. I don't know. Like, I sketched this out as a little thumbnail because I was messing around with emotions, and I did a little watercolor study for morning, and I'm turning that watercolor study into an acrylic painting for my Painting 2 advanced class. So that one is being made once, twice, and I might actually make it a Copic drawing, and I might speed paint that one because I'm not doing it behind the artwork for the acrylic one. I decided not to since I'm already working on a different one for that right now. So pretty much like with every 2 things I'm working on, you're gonna get 1 video for one of them. So you're only getting half of the videos I'm making for everything I'm making this entire semester, if that makes sense. So like I said, for every 2 artworks is what you're gonna get. And I'm really starting to get into brush pens, like the water pens that you use with watercolor. That actually helps me use watercolor a lot. So I might actually be starting some watercolor speed paints if I ever get the courage to. But with this tree, I don't know, I didn't really know what colors to use. I knew I wanted to I knew the mushrooms were going to be the same blue color. I knew the tree trunk thing was going to be some mossy brownish green color, and the rest of it I had no idea. So I spent probably an hour or so just picking out colors, and it turned out pretty analogous with a couple like neutrals in there. So I like how it turned out overall in the end, but I feel like the butterfly, I don't know, I messed up on the highlights a lot because I was just sort of like not being careful and sort of just messing around. So luckily I can go over the Jelly Roll pen with the Copic multiliner, so if I messed up I could go over it and like you couldn't even tell. I honestly have like no idea what else to even talk about with this picture. It's like the second one in the series, so like you guys have already seen the first. I already explained like, you know, what my series is and how I'm working with it. Oh yeah, I forgot to do the glow on the bottom roots of the tree, and I was actually planning on doing a little bit of glow on the tree, but it just totally slipped my mind. It was actually pretty late when I was working on this kind of stuff because I pretty much colored both in the same day. I tried to work on the same stage of completion with both of them, so like I did the pre-sketches together, I did the sketches together, I lightboxed them together, I inked them together, and then I colored them pretty much together. So yeah, I don't know, it's kind of hard to like do 2 at the same time, and I had to somehow do 2 every week along with an advanced art, you know, painting class, and along with 3 other classes I'm taking. So woohoo, college. Yeah, I'm doing the storybook sort of edges on all of them. Again, like the first one with the fairy. So I know this video is going to go up after the fairy does, whenever that is going to be. I have no idea. That's the bad part about pre-recording. I never know, like, what I should talk about, like, that's going on currently in my life. Because, like, okay, I'll date it. I'm recording this in February because I don't know why. That's just when it happened. that's about all I can really tell you. But yeah, all of them have this storybook edge, and that's sort of a theme that also goes throughout this series, along with the Twisty Tree. Those are really going to be the only two constants besides the size and the medium. So Copic marker, 4x6, Twisty Tree, and the storybook sort of edges. So I think that's all I really have to say. I feel bad because I didn't really plan this like at all. I was just kind of like, oh, I get to record with my new snowball, let's go. And then I just kind of didn't think of what I should actually talk about. So hopefully I filled this enough with some enjoyable commentary. If not, I'm sorry. Hopefully the next one will be better. I'm gonna have a lot of these going up, so if you guys like these, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want more bi-weekly videos. I might switch to weekly if I have enough. If I have enough videos to go weekly, I will. But we shall see. So I'll see you guys in the next video.